What is up? We have got an interesting water leak today. Old building. Apparently the roof just got replaced. There's an old weathermaker up there. It's about midday. He said he has changed this 3 times. And I just pulled back around. It's coming out of supply. And when I saw it the first time, I mean, it was a steady pouring in this can. So I'm gonna guess, I don't know where the thermostat is, but I'm gonna guess it turned off. It's coming from that old weathermaker. Roof just got replaced. Could be something to do with them removing it. The roofers like to remove traps or stick them in buckets or whatever. So we get a ladder up. It's a big ass fucking satellite. We get a ladder set up and see what we got up top. Just set the ladder up. I heard it kick on. I mean, it usually comes out to return. There's a whole lot of water getting in that supply. That's about what it was doing. It was a little bit worse when I saw it the first time. Let's see what we got up top. I'm gonna get set up better and tied off. Got hot air. The motor looks like somebody changed it. Man, this one's old. Trap ain't draining nothing. Nothing coming out of the trap. Doesn't seem like it's plugged up. Huh. Doesn't fit in there very well either. Let's try to get that in there the best we can. Let's get this open. I mean, we got vibration. The whole coil's shaking. Compressor's been replaced at some point. There's a new filter dryer down in there. But I feel like I say this a lot, but they don't make them like this no more. This says 458A, MO99, I think. What's blue on? Is that blue on? Blue on or MO99? We got a couple more of these old guys. There was portions of this roof that were blocked off for years. I've worked on that train over there sitting on the edge of the roof, and it's in a terrible spot years ago. But there were portions of this roof that were blocked off and said they were unsafe because I mean they basically just caved in, and then they came back and apparently fixed it all. I guess they did the entire thing. Oh yeah. Got some old Cambridge, old Carrier with a bunch of hail damage. But all this is new roof. He said he's had some roof leakage issues, but it doesn't look like that's what this is. So let's keep investigating, take some panels off. It does not look like anything's froze up, and I got heat coming out of my condenser. This thing's cooling pretty good. It felt good in there. So I gotta figure out why my condensate is going in the supply. Evaporator is not frozen. Filters are in backwards and not terribly dirty. I don't know if any maintenance is done, but that pan's overflowing. It's going down that return too. Just full of junk. If it's not draining here, it's coming in the return. It's also going on that supply side, obviously, unless it's draining down the return and the duct's all jacked up down below, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's filled down there. I think there's like a sheetrock ceiling too on that. I can't get above it. So let's just, I mean, clear our drain. I bet we fix our problem. Direct drive blower. Let's get that off. We got two sides of that drain pan and it looks nasty. I might need a water hose. We could just use the old green drain line on that guy over there. It looks like a good water hose. I don't know where the water connection is, but if nothing else, we'll flush it and blow it out real well. Let's see what surprises are behind door number 2. Old wobbly blower motor. I'll bet that wheel's caked up with all kinds of crap. Old capacitor. Look at that vibration, man. Electric heat. Some condensation on the blower too. Okay, well, oh, here, number 2. What did I just turn off? I just turned that one off. Why is there, what the hell are we doing here? That might be for that one's electric heat. Oh, hell, I don't know. Let's turn that one back on. That one worked. This disconnect comes into this line. Oh, okay. So that disconnect is for this electric heat. So let's leave it off so we don't electrocute ourselves. The condensation here is probably why we're leaking down that supply, and it's probably because that blower wheel, I mean, that motor might be original. Maybe it's been changed once, but that wheel's in rough shape. So you don't want to miss this side, and you don't want to miss these slots that feed front to back. When you're cleaning these coils out, even on the new carriers, it's the same design. You got your return panel over here. The drain pan you can see. There's a drain pan in the blower section too that you don't want to miss when you're cleaning stuff. So we're going to try to get it cleaned up, see what I can do. Maybe lift the top up so I can see it all, because I'm going to have to get it cleared. Yeah, let's go from there. Get the supply cover off too and see what is inside, how bad. Because I still don't really know how it's getting that much water in the supply. That would be my biggest concern at this point. I mean, if I take that wheel out and clean it, the blower needs to go. I mean, it's wobbly. These aren't really tight. I'm just gonna be easy with what I do here. I don't want to make anything worse on something this old and neglected. So the amount of the disconnect over that, so can't really see a whole lot. It's a little wet back in here where on that insulation, but it's not like soaking wet. It just feels moist. There's some moisture back there. I don't see anything up here on the duct, so I think I just need to fix my drainage from the drain pan issue. It's getting down in there. It's all soaking wet. I still don't know, because like all this insulation feels dry. That's a little wet. It could be coming from anywhere. Humidity's been ridiculous lately. You can see it's overcast today. I'm just watching the sky, make sure the storm doesn't pop up on me. It was like 90 degrees 60% humidity with like a 73-degree dew point yesterday. It's not as hot today because of the clouds, but let's fix our drain problem there. The condensation on the supply side might be a little bit of both drainage and airflow, just causing the duct to condensate. It's probably poor insulation down below above the ceiling that I can't get to. I mean, this stuff's old. We gotta stop the worst of it, so let's do that. So there's nothing blocking this trap. It doesn't look like there's anything right there. But if you look back in that corner, it's full. We're overflowing everywhere. Even right here, back in this corner, that's where it's getting to my supply. I mean, it is like full, and I got a bunch of crap in here that's got to be blocking that drain. So I gotta try to get that out of there. At least some of the crap cleared out. Then flush, and try to find a hose bib maybe. When in doubt, just tear the whole thing apart. Oh, good Lord. I wonder why it's not draining. I don't know, that goes down deep, man. It's got to drain. There's got to be passages on either side because it stops like right here in the back. I don't know why you would make such small passages. I don't think they do them like that anymore. Maybe it's underneath. There she goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's all down the center of this. You can see the spot in the center, and then there's those slots that run through. They're plugged up again. Alright, so now we gotta get somebody's silicone before. I don't know if that's factory or what. We got the worst of it. I gotta get everything. I really need a hose. Let's go see what I can do. So I did locate water. Got my hose. This is an old abandoned building, or I say abandoned, at least half or 3/4 abandoned. I mean, they got problems everywhere. They just redid the roof, but there's still just basically a couple office staff and some warehouse people. We'll try to get that to stop leaking when we get done, but it's tight. It's probably, you can see it's been leaking for a while, making a puddle. They got bigger issues. We just need to get the drain clear. I'm not pulling and cleaning that blower. We're gonna note everything else because this is gonna take me a good amount of time. Just trying to get the drain cleared, so we don't want to go doing too much. I've walked through these office areas, and other thermostats are set in heat mode, so they've not even been switched over to cooling. This just does a single row of offices that I think 1 or 2 is occupied. So we'll go from there, and we'll empty their bucket because this is going to continue to drip for a while. This is probably going to fall down, but none of this is made to pop out, I don't believe. So we're kind of screwed. And I don't know why there's an exhaust fan here. Oh, hey, it works. What is exhausting to? And why? I don't know. Old boiler, I'm assuming. Like maybe hot water. I don't think any of the boilers still work. I got an old video of some old boilers that have been shut down for years back in the back, probably from the 60s. Let's keep on moving. Try to get this pan clean. I'm gonna give them a little evaporator rinse too while we're at it. I mean, I can't make anything much worse than it already is. So we're gonna flush from both sides. Make sure we get on this back side too, because it'll cause problems. And there's still just a whole bunch of crap inside of there. There's a lot of crap in that little drain pan. So clean, clean, clean. I'll probably rinse this condenser just because I got a water hose up there. It's not awful. Like, I think I can see light through it, but this thing's still kicking. There's your compressor that got replaced, new filter dryer, new crankcase heater, gravel. I guess I don't know why. I'm not gonna try to answer everything. An old rusted ass coil. It is not leaking. I'll say it once again. They don't build them like this no more. This copper's different. They make copper different these days, and the aluminum's just as bad. They stretch it thin for efficiency, and then it leaks. These things run forever. Coils impacted, drain pan plugged up, things just sitting here chugging along. Like I said, everything looks kind of original. The compressor and condenser fan motor probably went, but it's still got some age to it. So let's keep rinsing. That's how they got that wall anchors to hold the plastic piece on. When we get done, we'll try to get, this is supposed to push and secure up here somehow. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if it's laying like that. It should catch most, but you're gonna get possibly some bypass. I thought it was supposed to stay up. Yeah, who knows? Clean the evaporator too. I thought it was hard, but this came out in chunks, man. It's just mud, rust and mud. Just gonna let it flush for a little while. I rinsed the coil really well. There's still just crap pouring out because that middle channel runs right dead center and all the way up. I'm gonna make sure everything comes out of it because I keep getting pieces, little bits and pieces coming out. So we'll make sure it's clean. It'll be clean as it ever was. Might run for a few more years, who knows? This is just a mess. I don't know really what all that is. The header on this thing, I'm gonna be easy, but I mean that whole header's rotted out. I'm not gonna mess with it because I won't make anything worse. It's gonna leak eventually. I mean, it's all the way through. I'll bet we're bypassing air back into here as well. I don't know, that the base of it over there is like pushed up, so I don't know if that's been like that forever. I mean, hell, this crap could be leaking too. All this is gonna hold some moisture. I mean, it's like gravel. It's weird. I don't know what it's doing in here, but I got the drain cleared. You can see light through that coil. It was cooling when I got here, so let's turn it back on, make sure our trap's primed, and I'm just snapping pictures of everything. 0489, I'm guessing that's a 1989. She's seen a good life, and somehow it's still kicking. It's a beautiful thing. Let's get our cover back on, let it run, and make sure we start draining. Damn, sun come out now. Clear skies, how about that? For S&G, let's get a temp drop. We're at 72. See what kind of supply we got. We are condensating already. I filled the trap. I gotta get rid of my hose still. I think everything else is set to heat. I gotta go look at one other one. It's a cross. I gotta go find it again, but it's not gonna be a unit. I just looking for where maybe where they did the roof around the unit or something. Looks like they put flashing, but went over there. He had like 2 drops in the floor. and he asked me to look at it, and I went to look at the thermostat, and it was set in heat mode. I said, well, it's not condensation from the air conditioner, so it's probably from the roof. We've had rain yesterday and this morning, so let's see where we're at. 60. It's still dropping. Alright, it's not been running too long. I'm at 54, so we're about 18-degree drop. I would expect from everything that I've seen that my drop would be excessive because of my dirty blower wheel, the duct and everything downstairs. I mean, I can't see it, but it doesn't look great. We're going to be sitting on that 20-degree mark, so it could have a small leak in it, and maybe I'm a little low on charge, and I'm not seeing that I'm not seeing it in my temp drop. That would be my thought. I've had that happen to me before. Airflow issues makes the actual temp drop when a unit's operating not normally, but as it usually does. Temp drop might be 25. You got a refrigerant leak, you come fix one problem, you see 20 degrees and you say, oh, it's good. And then you come back a week later, it's not working again, and you find, hey, it lost a little more charge, now it's not working at all. And you get it charged back up and you're seeing a 25, 28 degree temp drop. We're gonna write all this up. They need a new unit. It's like that whole evaporator's rotted out. That's only gonna become problematic. I'm gonna watch it for a little bit and just make sure it doesn't leak down below anymore. But I don't think we're gonna have an issue now with at least the drain pan able to drain some stuff. And I don't know, the old Carrier weathermaker's gonna live another day. And I'm gonna move on to the next one. Leave a cherry bear and you find it. See y'all next time. I don't usually film my water leaks because they're usually dumb shit. This is kind of dumb too, but we want to make sure. She's been running for 15 minutes or so now. We're not pouring out. I want to make sure the customer understands water's still gonna drip. Insulation, whatever's above here is saturated. Insulation in the unit's saturated for a while. Until all this dries out, we're liable to see drips of water come down. I mean, it's this whole carpet's done, room's done. There's a whole lot that's done around here, but I want to make sure they understand that, so don't call back in an hour and say, hey, it's still dripping. Well, yeah, it probably is going to be dripping. We inadvertently leaving shit better than we found it. The hose bib ain't dripping no more. All this from years of leaking, I'm sure. Hey, fixed it.